Partez comme ça, rentrez à la maison même. S'il vous plaît, rentrez. Oui, mon CV, on est en Cambé maintenant, ici en Cambé actuellement. Comme tu vois là, ici en Cambé. À plein ville. Oh, il bouge pas. Oh, partez là-bas, rentrez. Oh, quittez là-bas. Oh, rentrez, partez derrière, partez loin. Petit, venez. Oh, rentrez. Oh, partez comme ça, rentrez à la maison même. S'il vous plaît, rentrez.
Inside Japanese, the whole Japanese life. No man who can no outside. So it's also strong and promote. You go. Take a walk. Any man will feel say where they go walk. So the act of Christmas. Life. Where them there? Where they come collect? Say me una M11, una M1 for up. Live. Yorubo, show yourself. Yorubo. Sega, show yourself. Yeah.
Glory, we the Amazonians, special loyalty, presence to our Savior who granted us the freedom, and led us to the hero who fought along the gather. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in a nation, flowing with earth and holy, glory to the Father for making you a nation, a joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation.
Revolutionary greetings, my fellow Ambazonians. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever in the world you find yourself on this 14th day of February, a day that our people recognize as one of the touchstones of our strive for liberation. A day that 4 years ago, a machine of death rolled into a quiet village in Ambazonia and carried out one of the worst massacres in this century. Pregnant women were used for sport and executed. Children were included. Everybody, even livestock, butchered as an army made up of some of the most cruel, inhumane bastards you will ever come across, from La République du Cameroon, together with their internal enablers, rain unprovoked massacre on a defenseless people. But that was not a one-off. It was not a fog of war situation. It was just in line with a deliberate policy of extermination that La République had put for our people. Because long before that, there was the Ligneuse disaster, where tens of thousands were gassed and eliminated. And long before that, there was the sterilization, where biological weapons were deployed in our schools and colleges as girls were made infertile and generations of Ambazonians were stopped from even being conceived. And a priest lost his life who discovered it and raised an alarm. Gabu massacre was one in line with massacres that had been going on. There was Black Saturday in Do, where these dark forces of occupation from La République du Cameroun, the savages of Mr. Paul Biambi Vodo and his bunch of henchmen, descended in Do and carried out crimes against humanity. It's in line with the massacres and the suffering that this host of occupiers, of brutal occupiers, that this occupation has rained down on our people. Just one in line, like when they decided to construct the Bamingin Dam in order to give for themselves economic opportunity and for their people, and in the process flooded the Upper Noon Valley in Ambazonia, turned the vibrant villages into lakes of disease and illness, displacing close to 1 million people, ethnically cleansing large portion of our land, killing tens of thousands. Gabu massacre was not a one-off. The fight for our liberation is not a fight of one-off or fog of war situation. It's a fight to stop the extermination, the deliberate extermination of a people by another. That is why today in Fako, they have murdered another 3 of our people. They have massacred another group of our people. At their dungeons in Bafut, others have been tortured to death, and a body was just thrown on the streets in Bamenda today. In Batibo, an old man, mentally incapacitated, was murdered today. It's an ongoing process of deliberately targeting our people, of trying to depopulate our land, of doing everything possible to make sure that that not just the Ambazonian land is occupied, but the Ambazonian people are exterminated. Our forces have been in action in Bamenda in Batibo, in the Bui military district this morning. My fellow Ambazonians, these are coming on the heels of an embarrassing defeat for La République du Cameroon as they attempt to mount a farce in our land to show that they are masters of our land. A farce they call Plebiscite Day. A farce they call 11th of February. My fellow Ambazonians, 11th of February was a day of triumph for the Ambazonian people and the Ambazonian revolution. A day of satisfaction for your army, the People's Army, the Ambazonian Defense Forces. A day of pride for our sister forces. And a day of shame and disgrace for the traitors and enablers. A day of embarrassment and defeat for La République du Cameroon. You see them sitting there, miserable, defeated, an embarrassment to themselves and their family and their families, a shame to their country. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. A big shame in front of the world. Look at their flag. Look at the flag. They could not even show it when the embarrassment of their team at the Nations Cup. They had to use the Ambazonian flag. It's because of this. You look at the defeated people. You look at the traitors within them. You look at how embarrassed and disgraced they are. Their own family would run from them. You will show their children that is their pa on TV, and the children will say, no, that's not my dad, that's not my country. That is the victory that the Ambazonian people delivered to them on the farce they call 11th of February. Let me show you how the Ambazonian people commemorate a national day. We stand together on our national day as a proud nation, united in celebrating the rich tapestry of our history, our culture, our achievements. A day that symbolizes 1st October for us. A day that symbolizes more than just the passage of time. It embodies the collective spirit of our people, the struggles we have overcome and we are going through, and the aspiration that propels us towards a brighter future. We mark that day, each of us carrying a sense of pride within us, pride that runs deep in our national consciousness. It's a day that brings, when we celebrate our national day, it brings into focus the milestones of our journey as a nation, reminding us of the sacrifices of those who came before us, whose valiant efforts laid the foundation that will mark our sovereignty and our identity. It's a testament of our resilience as a people, a celebration of our unity in diversity, our shared values, and our unwavering commitment to forging a path of progress and independence and prosperity for all of our people. It's a time when we reflect on our past achievement, take stock of our present, and look forward with optimism to our future. It's not these defeated people you see on your screen. not on our land. That is the contrast of what a national day means in our land and what a national day does not mean in our land. This is a day. Those are traitors. Those are defeated occupation officers. That is the look of a defeated army. So, my fellow Ambazonians, respect your revolution, which is what I really wanted to drive home to you today. The issue of respect. Is the life of one general worth the freedom of Ambazonia? Is the life of one general worth those of 1,000 Ambazonians? We strive for a future where each life is valued equally, where each life is as valuable as the next. So let me ask you a question again. Is the life of General Efang not as valuable as the next life, or more valuable, or worth the life of 1,000 Ambazonians? We know, I and you know, that even though mankind strive and say beautiful words about equal life, equal opportunity, that is not the case. That is not the case. The amount of bullets, I mean bullets, that have been emptied on General Efang's body is more than 1,000 clips of bullets that have been emptied directly on his body. That is 1,000 bullets that would have gone into the Gabus massacres, whose day we are looking at today. So that is 1,000 bullets, that is 1,000 lives of Ambazonia that this one general took on his body alone. So when the Ambazonian people asked the nation to stay at home so that the memory of this great man, so that the nation remembers this great man, when the nation, when the people are asked to stay at home so that a fuss is not mounted on our street by an occupation force to show that they are masters of our land, to coerce us to march and celebrate our own slavery, when we tell you to stay home and boycott that, and you refuse to respect the revolution, to respect your generals who offer their lives for you, to respect your country, what befalls you is on you, not us, not on our forces. What happens to you is directly, you are directly responsible for it. So when they tell you, respect the Monday ghost town, it is a day that the nationalism of Ambazonia is recognized. Everywhere in Ambazonia, from north to south, east to west, Monday ghost town. When they tell you respect it, respect it. That is a day when we as Ambazonia commune with our forces. Those who cannot be on the battlefield, fight that battle by staying at home. When we say, don't mount foreign plates on your cars, do not mount foreign plates on your cars. Respect the revolution. When we ask you to pay your liberation taxes, do not wait until you are controlled on the road, until somebody knock your door, until a letter is sent to you. Pay your liberation tax. Respect the revolution. All the businesses operating in Ambazonia, when we ask you not to pay taxes to La République du Cameroon, pay your economic tax to the Ambazonian people. Respect the revolution. Pay your economic tax to the Ambazonian people. My fellow Ambazonians, when we tell you 20th May is coming up, stay at home. Stay at home. My fellow Ambazonians, the international community should take note. Mr. Ngala is responsible for all those victims on 11 February. Mr. Ngala Gerard, when you deliberately go against directives that had been given and broadcasted in English, in local languages, everywhere, because the military will be in action against the brutal occupation forces that are causing the massacres in our land. When you go and you entice people with 100 francs, 500 colonial currency, 1,000 colonial currency, and you take them and you place them as human shield in theater of operation, you are responsible for the collateral damage that occurs when the army swings into action. You are responsible. And for all those people who think that a crate of beer or one beer or 500 francs, colonial francs, is worth your life or the embarrassment you want to bring on the Ambazonian people by marching like a fool celebrating your own enslavement. If you think that that is worth it, when they tell you no ghost town, keep coming out on ghost town days. When they tell you there is a lockdown, keep violating that and coming out on lockdown to take your 100 or 200, to disgrace your country, to disgrace your family, to disgrace your nation and yourself. Keep coming out. When they tell you pay your taxes, don't pay. My fellow Ambazonians, all of us will be held accountable. And that is why I want to address directly the church who feels that they are exempt from all of this. Be very careful in putting people in danger. When they say that there is a lockdown, it is the responsibility of the church to make sure that they don't open their doors and encourage people to be moving in the streets and congregating in places where we know what has happened. La République du Cameroon went to a church in Bali, and all of you know what happened. You know the massacres that happened. They even had the pastor lie afterwards, forced him to lie about what happened. Now, I am asking these parish priests and bishops, if La République forces had somehow mingled in this crowd or somehow approached as our forces were diffusing this situation, what do you think would have happened there? What do you think would have happened? If these were La République forces that had arrived at that church, what on earth do you think would have happened to these people? Respect the revolution. I'm not asking you to respect me or respect the next man. Respect the revolution. I want to commend our forces of our Jakiri Brigade. I want to commend them on their professionalism, on their respect of the code of conduct, using sternness, using humor, using professionalism to be able to safely evacuate a situation where they had every right, every reason to have behaved otherwise, like the barbarians from La République du Cameroon that they are facing. So let this be a lesson, because all the situations will not be like this. They might have been coming there under fire, under war. That might have been a war situation, and the collateral damage would have been devastating. So recognize, my fellow Ambazonians, why I came out today to make sure that we all understand that the idea and the responsibility of respecting the revolution lies in each of us. In each of us and all institutions operating within Ambazonia. My fellow Ambazonians, the state of our revolution could not be stronger. I think we shocked the world, who had believed the platitudes of La République du Cameroon. I think We shock the traitors and the enablers who have drank their own Kool-Aid, who had taken their own tranquilizers, their own Valium, and were believing their own bite. The posture of our forces from the great state of Lebialem in Menji was impeccable over the lockdown. The senior military colonial officer, occupation officer in that area right now, the SDO is going around locking stores because the people demonstrated with a ghost their contempt for the 11th of February. You have seen our forces from Abui military district marching with an arrogance that can only be gained by people who have conquered their land, by people who know that they are the masters of their own, the masters of their land. Our Mezan Brigade and all the brigades who swung into action and made the Ambazonian people proud on the 11th of February. They showed us in action and in deed that the state of our revolution is strong. And I can assure you that it is only growing stronger. That is why I will call on the Ambazonian people to respond to these victories by redoubling their efforts, by paying their liberation taxes, by knocking on the doors of those who have not yet paid to pay in, because the landscape is changing. The landscape of our revolution is changing. Let me just tell you how as I close. Within the past week, through consultation within the political and the military circles, a fund of 20 million of the liberation tax that might rise up to 30 million has been put at the disposal of the ground command council of the Ambazonian Defense Forces. This pool, these resources that has been placed in front of them has been designed in such a way that it is going to be constant, basically to the end of the revolution. That is a major step. Yes, we have funded our forces to levels way above that. But we have never designed a program that places at their disposal, the disposal of the forces, 30 million for various barracks based on strategic reasons that matches the war effort and the strategic goals of the war. That money has been made available for different barracks to pull from in emergency situations, in strengthening situations, and designed in a way that it will be constant to the end of the war. And as we respond to our liberation taxes, that pool will keep going up. And that will make our forces a lot more devastating and brings this revolution to a close. That is how, that is the changing landscape of the revolution, and how in real time, as our people respond to the dynamic programs that are in place, that is how your organization, your forces, the war leaders, that is how they are also making sure that they are creating policies and making the revolution more strategic, firmer, more devastating, and increasing the pain on La République du Cameroon. My fellow Ambazonians, we are the people of our land. The responsibility of liberating that land is ours. For our forces, as they look forward to these next fighting seasons, as you have seen the latching out in Fako, in Mezam today, in Momo, as you have seen them lashing out in their defeat and embarrassment that we just exposed them to in front of the world. As you see them lashing out, make sure you pay your liberation tax. Make sure you join programs and back programs like the ongoing POP programs that should be able to destroy and dismantle these their war machines like the ones that roll into Ngabu. Join those programs. Help as much as possible to give the tools for these forces that you see them just a couple of days ago marching in front of the world as masters of their own land. La République du Cameroon is defeated. We have shown you the face of their large bellies in their uniforms, embarrassed and defeated, sitting on empty benches in our land. That is the face of an embarrassed and defeated nation. May God bless you. May God bless Ambazonian, and for our forces who today mount guard in our villages and towns, who now place them day. Our 21 gun salute on the defeat you just exposed La République du Cameroon to.
Hail this land of glory, we the Ambazonians, pledge our loyalty, praise to our Savior who granted us the freedom, and left to the hero who fought along we gather. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in a nation, flowing with earth and holy. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation, a joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation.
Live. It's live. Live now. Wow. Anybody wait, if he says strong, me lap now, me lap for Kaban. We collect them. We collect them. Live. No, even a shadow with the pick up, no. With the pick up. Live, it's live. Shishing no day. Live. Shik no day. Wow. Now inside Jakiri. Now we did the patrol. The feel free. War day. Do it talk say war no day. Today na Sunday, 11 February. All houses lock. No civilian. This inside Jakiri, the whole Jakiri life. No man fit time for come out outside. You will talk say strong, then come out. You pick you go. You there for war. You there for war. Any man where the fool say you know there for war. Chop your tell your eyes chop Christmas.
Life.
Life.
AGF life.
Life. Who's hiding there?
Where them there? Where they come collect?
Say me una M11. Una M1 for up. Life.
Where them there?
Life. Life. Yoruba, show yourself. Show yourself, Yoruba. Striker, show yourself. Yeah. Above the law with you, above the law with the Yayu, above the law. I have turn. Live. 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 Shake in all day. Live. Shake in all day. You will feel if you come on, come. Live. Shake in all day. Live. It's live. Live now. Wow. Anybody wait if he says strong, me lap now, me lap for Kaban. We collect them. We collect them. Live. So Christmas, live. Yes. Live. Now go to for their body, no be choice. You if you show your face, come and collect you know fresh harvest. Inside Jakiri live. Today, 11th of February, number the second month, 2024, live in Jakiri. Today, 11th February, under the umbrella of AGF in Bui State, live, as you can see, live, shake in all day, shake in all day. You can see the escort, so you them see they have back where they have gala, yeah. Hey.
Movement today, but it shows that they want to take church come full with it. Many man go pray for your house. Any man now when they go so when I talk for that press, if one come for them, join some man for them, go but you go don't worry. Me all man go your house. We no want any movement. Take your cup, take bikini cup. Bala. Boy they say they no want them any movement. So we no want any movement. Did today so me any man there in your house. What day when I make a like say, what no day, what would you say? We no want any movement. That's no one we any movement.
Go down now.
Live. It's live. Live now. Wow. Anybody wait?
People run go us. Now bomb direct. Bomb direct. I was
Comment vous route, madame, comment vous route? Hey, s'il vous plaît.
There is no better time, nor day, where we, the Ambazonian people, them, will fit quickly, will fit easily, finish Cameroon presence for our territory. There is no better time than now. Good morning, Ambazonia. Today is number 12th day for the month of February for 2024. Happy Country Sunday for all one. And we want to take this time for congratulate the Ambazonian people them. We want to take this time for thank the Ambazonian people them, for congratulate our forces and for thank our forces them, and the Ambazonian people them, for a very successful victory we were people they showed me yesterday, for a very successful rejection we were people that demonstrated yesterday, for a very successful resistance we were people that proved them yesterday. Yesterday, once more, you tell Paul Biya, you tell Diongote, you tell La Republique, you tell the United Nations, you tell the African Union, you tell the international community, so the game don't be over. You not only shame Cameroon, you disgrace them in front of social media, in front of news, will be broadcast across the globe. It don't reach to a point where now Paul Biya, they take now 1,000 for back Ambazonians It don't let me say the desperation of La République du Cameroon. It don't reach to a point. They get for the poor, they get for send money. Maybe they can begin to divide them for Ambazonians. Beg them. May they go talk to the one match. Beg them. May they go shit on for that place then where they call and say grandstand. It don't reach now for a level where they beg down and people them. Cameroon say get control. Cameroon say na the control Ambazonia. Na the govern Ambazonia. If you get control, you the govern Ambazonia. If the territory na your own, and if the people they want to be part of, you where you talk to you claim say be government for Ambazonia. Why now it don't reach a level where the people don't reject you, disgrace you, shame you, defeat you? You take now the money, stand for it, for road, stand for street. The beg people then when I can't take 1,000, and then when I stand for lines when I the march. At the level of defeat and humiliation that Cameroon don't be so humiliated. They don't be so deflated. They don't be so disgraced. They don't be so desperate. Now only one thing remember Cameroon do surrender. The defeat don't reach a level we don't become so desperate. Una surrender ya. No chinofi safe una. After una don't finish for bribe all other people them. Now wait it happen. After Ngala Gerald don't finish for bribe people them in front of social media. Now what is still happen for Nkambe? The Ambazonia Governing Council has been promised Cameroon nowhere be safe for anything Cameroon for Ambazonia. As the forces of the Ambazonia Governing Council, whether they call them the ADF, they promise Cameroon there is nowhere will be safe for Cameroon military, for Cameroon colonial administrators, for Cameroon beneficiaries of the occupation, for the people that be responsible for the genocide in Ambazonia. There's nowhere will be safe. And any person where you want to go join them, you do so at your own risk. What happened for Boya last year? People not learn lesson. They still come out again. In a state of war, Langa people them, Langa mami them, Langa papa them, they carry their picking them for sacrifice and for 1,000. For sacrifice the lives, the future of their picking them for 1,000. There's a price where people they go pay them when they decide for follow Diamond enter grave. Cameroon, a time for Ambazonia don't come to an end. And anybody we want sink with Cameroon, now you carry the cross. Will be sent out enough warning, enough information, enough education for so many weeks leading to yesterday. So any person, any mommy, any papa, any picking will be come off outside will be tell you now you go bear the responsibility for anything where it happen with you as you want follow Diamond enter grave. Now you yourself you go as fly. Any fly will follow Diamond for enter grave. That flight too, it don't be and be na die. We don't warn, we don't send enough warning to the public. So make the parents of what happened yesterday, where they send their picking for outside, where they send their picking for Bill Cameroon military, for Bill Cameroon genocide enablers, genocide perpetrators, genocide administrators. Make they take the responsibility. The Ambazonia Governing Council, it don't tell Cameroon and it don't tell everybody. The land go be free. The land go be free. And any person we want sink with Cameroon, that one na your own. I want thank our forces from all the 13 states for the kind defiance, the kind bravery, the kind of actions where they carry on. I want to send special thanks to our forces for the great state of Bui, for the great state of Donga, for the great state of Mezam, for the great state of Momo. I want to send special thanks. I want to thank all other Ambazonian forces them for which they don't do them and our population. Congratulations once more. You don't finish La Republique, you don't defeat La Republique. As the leader talked for our people them yesterday, now na time for you for take your land. La Republique is gone. Ambazonians, una pay una liberation tax and take una land back. Una pay una liberation tax, the Ambazonia Governing Council, it go help una give una country back, give una dignity back, give una lives back, and hand back to you an independent, a free, sovereign country. We go enjoy them, create the kind government for the Ambazonian people them, and create equal opportunities at all levels for generate wealth and abundance for our people them. Good morning.
Welcome.